Hello everybody, what's up? My name is RapCat45 here, and today we are doing the review of the Nintendo 64. As you can tell, this one's green and not the standard black. This is because this is one of the colors of the Fantastic series, and this one is Jungle Green. They all had really fun names, and I love all the colors, and I will eventually get them all. But for right now, this is the only N64 I have, and I will obtain them later, but this is the one I have. So yeah, like I said, the normal one you get is like black, which I believe they call charcoal gray. I don't know, I think that's what it is, but yeah. So anyways, not aside from the color, everything's the same to every other one, which is pretty much standard to Nintendo, is just different colors and stuff. But yes, I do love this color, and that is the reason I got it. I also love Ice Blue. That's another good one. If I had to pick a third for the old colors, I think I might go Midnight Purple. I don't know. I don't know what my third one would be, honestly. But yeah, the Fantastic series had like 6 colors or so, and then you had the standard color, so that's like 7, and then you had Japanese only ones, which was like 3 of the Fantastic ones, but they had the same color on the tops, like Ice Blue, Orange. I forget what the orange one's like called. Spice? No, it's not Spice Orange. That's the GameCube. I don't know. I had a few colors, but then the bottom was like white. Then they had the gold one from Toys R Us. You had like 4 different Pokemon ones. 3 of them were different colors, and one was a completely different console. They're like 3 of them were like Pikachu ones, and they're actually kind of cool. And yeah, so anyways, there's a bunch of colors. I love the Fantastic series because I don't know. If you know anything about me, I love colors. But anyways, we're not reviewing the colors yet, but we're reviewing this. And as you will see, everything else on the N64 has tons of colors. It's just a bunch of colors. So anyways, internally, compared to the Super Nintendo, this is the Mini, in case you're wondering why it's so small. This was obviously significantly better. It could run like 3D models, unlike the Super Nintendo. The Super Nintendo, well, you know, Star Fox, with that one, it was pretty bad, let's be real. That wasn't exactly good, but it was there, I guess. It has 3, well, yeah, look, 3, and now it has 4 controller ports, aside from 2, so obviously she's got a lot more power to run you know, 3D models and worlds and stuff, and now we can do 4 players, so yeah. So yeah, there you know, there's that. There's your logo. Right here is your power light, so that way you know it's on. But I'm pretty sure you'd probably already know. But I think every console up to this point has had a power light. Yeah, they all have, so I guess we're just keeping it standard. I have all the Nintendo consoles? Hold on. Yeah, all Nintendo consoles have literally had a power light, because the Switch dock has a light. Yeah, they've all had a power light. Well, there you go. So here we got power switch. That's off. That's on. We have our restart button, which is still there. And this little thing, it says expansion pack on the lid. Wait, sorry, no, it doesn't. It says memory expansion. I lied. Yeah, so this is a memory expansion pack, which you can buy for your system and shove it in there. And it gives it some memory, and it also upgrades the RAM from 2 to 4 gigabytes. So, gigabytes, is that right? I don't know. But yeah, so it, there's a few options you can do with that, and we'll talk about that when we get to the games, if I remember. I hope I do. Sometimes I forget. But yeah, some games you actually have to have the expansion pack in order to play, because you need more power to run them. Which I said we'll get into later. That's where your cartridge goes, right there. The sides, there's really nothing on the sides. On the back, we still have that that sticker for calling them. The NES Mini didn't have that sticker. That would have been a nice throwback. Yeah, so there's your component cable input, and then this is where your power supply goes. But unlike the Super Nintendo and the NES, rather than having the brick where you plug it in, the bricks actually goes into the system, which is kind of interesting. On the bottom, not a ton. Sorry, you can't really see that. I'll back it up. Not a ton, just any N64 control deck. Wow, they're stuck on control decks, not consoles. Sticker. Here's something. It is the... Well, okay, so that's confusing. EXT, extra, I don't know. That was really confusing because it had something on the outside and on the inside, so it was like merging into one thing to read, and that was rather hard. So yeah, there's your controller, or not controller, your control deck, but there's your NES console. NES, sorry, N64, my goodness, sorry, it's like late at night, apparently. It's not really that late. Obviously, to play your console, you need games. And what should we have? The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. This is obviously a very good game on the N64. In fact, it's such a good game that they remade it on the 3DS. I don't believe this is, like, according to the fan base, I don't know a ton about the fan base, but I don't think this was people's favorite games. Obviously, people enjoyed the game, but I'm trying to remember what their favorite, like, the most favorite game was. I couldn't tell you. It's probably Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, because that's what everyone's playing. But yeah, as you can see, it's still kind of the gray. It's a lot more round compared to the last one. It's a lot more detailed. I mean, you see, you got that little line there. Overall, it's quite nice. Yeah, so, as you can tell, these are a little bit smaller, not a ton smaller to the Super Nintendo, but they definitely shaved off some stuff there. I mean, as you can see, there's a good bit of the top's gone, some of the side, so a lot better there. And as I said, lots of colors, right? So, we got, like, I got a yellow and a black one, and I own, like, yeah, like 6 games. No, I own 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think I only own 5. So, like, you know, I have 3 grays and 2 not grays. So anyways, the expansion pack, as I was talking about, you cannot run Donkey Kong. You cannot run Donkey Kong 64 without the expansion pack. So you need that extra RAM. While the Road Rash 64 here, it will actually improve the graphics. There's a mode where you can put it on a like high res or something, and it actually improves the graphics slightly. So that is interesting. You can do that. So them be the cartridges. Obviously, there's more colors, like a blue one for Pokemon Stadium. Might be wrong on that. Don't quote me. I don't remember. It's on the N64. So yes, obviously, to play your games, you need something to navigate through those games. So, oh, sorry, there's the cable. Here we are. This is your N64 controller. As you can tell, major step up from the Super Nintendo. But people didn't really like this controller, and I can get why. As you can tell, yeah, there's really yeah. So you need like 3 hands to play the thing. Haha, funny, right? No, but there's a reason behind that. Nintendo made this so that way you could play your games, and like this. Some games you need the buttons. Some games you need the buttons and the analog stick. Some games you need the button and the D-pad, and some games you need the D-pad and the analog stick. It was meant to be broken up like this, so that way you could. I don't know, it's just a way of playing, I guess. Obviously, we all know with the Nintendo GameCube, they basically smashed this controller into a lot more suitable form, and turned these C buttons into a C stick. so you had 2 analog sticks instead of 1 right here. So yeah, these are your C buttons. It's just up, down, left, right. You get your AB, you get your start, you get your D-pad, you get your joystick, you get your left and your right bumpers, and on the bottom you have your Z, which is like a trigger. It's the first trigger, which is probably also why the GameCube, if you remember, only has 1 button, which is, or a bumper, which is Z, and the other L and R are the triggers. I guess it's just the same way, because there's only 1 there, but that was kind of dumb. I guess they could have put 2, but they didn't. Yeah, so, here's the cool thing about the controller, though, is you can actually put little tiny things into the bottom. This is a off-brand, expansion, or memory pack, in which has the words Donald Duck written on it. And I'm not joking, it actually does. I mean, obviously, you can read that, right? I guess someone was playing Donald Duck and used this just for save. I couldn't tell you. So 1 megabyte memory card, or millibyte, who knows. Actilabs. So yeah, this is an off-brand one. But what I do like about it is, as you can tell, this one's formed or shaped to look like a cartridge. I mean, see the little ridges on the ends? It's like a mini cartridge. How cute. I don't know if the on-brand ones look like that, because I don't have one, but yeah, so you could get, there were a few different ones you could buy. This is an expansion pack, or, sorry, a memory pack. The expansion pack goes into the system. And then there was also a Rumble pack, and there was probably something else. I can tell you what, though. But yeah, that literally just kind of slides in if you do it right. There you go, see? And then you can press that, and then you can pull it up, and it's all good. Tell you what, though, this one's a piece of junk, and it's broken. It keeps corrupting, and so it doesn't save anything, so it's actually quite useless, but, yeah. So as you can see, this one's meant to match this one. This N64, and the fact that it's another jungle green. Before we move on to the other 2 colors of controllers I have, this stick is not very good, and we're about to see why. So, here's your jungle green. Here's your standard controller. Oh, maybe not. It's like tangled in cords. How did it tangle that fast? Like, it hasn't even been up here for like 2 minutes. Oh man, I couldn't tell you. Okay, how much cable is there? Okay, oh wait, no, I got it. Okay, hold on. I'll train professional. Okay, yep, right? Okay, there we go. Whew, okay, my bad. Yes, so here's the standard color. It's just a gray. You've probably seen it before. This one's kind of dirty. But look at that. Here, let me hold it upside down. It's super loose. And you might not think of that as a problem, but it actually is. Other than the uncomforts. Look, I'm barely putting pressure. I mean, it just... You see that? It's like, it's literally swaying from side to side. But, yeah. It means you can't go forward. Like, you can go forward, but in, like, Mario 64 or something like that, he just, like, tiptoes. He doesn't, like, run like he's supposed to, which is wicked annoying. Yeah, but other than that, everything's the same controller-wise. There's your port. This controller is actually very disgusting, and I need to clean it off. I got it at a, like, antique mall thingy, and, yeah, I guess it's more like a resale shop, but, here's another one. Same problem. Why did I buy these? Because they're like $3 each, and, this one's not as dirty. It's still not clean. Yeah, this one's actually, the stick's even worse, actually. Yeah, so, anyways, you see, same buttons. This is the kind of more standard. This is like the second standard. I believe there was a N64 you could buy that had, 2 controllers, and it came with the normal controller, which was that gray one, and then it also came with this one, which was like a see-through black. This controller is actually pretty worn down. This is obviously a very used one. Obviously, by the stick. Yeah, this was... I think this was like the kind of secondary one. Yeah, here's your... Obviously not if you got a colored one, like the jungle green one, like right there. Then, yeah, so here's the ports, obviously, you know, that's just... You just... No, I'm putting it in wrong. Funny. Yeah, I mean, that's it. You know, it just looks like that. Yeah, so... That's kind of it. I mean... Here's your lot. More powerful than the Super Nintendo, not as powerful as the GameCube. Controllers were a bit funky. I mean, I guess they worked. Overall, not a bad console. I rather enjoy this. I don't have a ton of games for it right now because I'm saving up for Game Boys and stuff, which, get ready for that. Those will probably be coming in the 2-3 weeks. I'll probably have another Game Boy. I'll probably have the original one, because why not? Yeah, so I mean, that's it. That's your lot. You get, oh, like I said, overall good console. Rather enjoy this one. Love the colors. Obviously, one day I will have all the colors, but that's going to be a few years. There are a lot of them. I want to get a controller that goes with that in each one. So, I mean, that's not really hard most of the time. When you're selling one, they sell them with it. You can find them pretty cheap. Like, not like super cheap, but, you know, a decent price. For just a controller, like, no cables. Like, you just get the console, and that's in good condition, and a controller that's in good condition for $60-80. Which is not bad. I think this one I got 2 controllers and the N64. I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. And so I had to go buy the game separate. And that ran me about $80, I want to say. But I mean, it's like the console is in basically mint condition. The 2 controllers are slightly damaged in the way of, for whatever reason, both of the tips are like slightly crushed. As you can see that line, it's kind of like broken. And that's on both of my controllers. So why that happened, I don't know. But other than that, you know, they're in great condition. And, you know, so, you know, getting them, price-wise, it's not going to be bad. It's just, you know, I have to save up for it. And it's going to take a while to get them all. And that's why I'm saving N64 colors for last. If my whole plan is, in play. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.